Hello, NFI. It is Thursday, the 6th of February 2020. So, time is an interesting thing. I mean, it's not a thing, really, but it's. Is it a thing? I don't know. I mean, there's like theories about how time passes and shit. Anyway, but what I was thinking about, like how we measure time. I mean, obviously, the kind of easiest unit to measure it for us humans on Earth is a day, because that's, at least in most parts of the world, most of the time, you can observe it fairly easily. It goes light and it goes dark, and it's a time span that's, you notice it. And then I guess the next easiest unit would be a year. Again, kind of depending on where you are, because you have, kind of different seasons and the weather changes, and then it goes back to where it was a year ago, and you're like, yeah, that, I remember that was quite a while ago, but it kind of seems to repeat, fairly, regularly. But then the next biggest unit, I guess, would be like a generation. And that's really fuzzy because, like, some people have kids when they're 15 and some people have kids when they're 50. So the heck even is a generation? I think officially it's like 30 years or something, but and it's like, it kind of the time units that are naturally there and like observable by humans that probably all humans can agree on, or presumably exist in most human cultures, is a day and a year. Although, at least the year is definitely fuzzy, as in how it's defined specifically, but it's round about the same thing, right? And I mean, even a day, it's kind of, well, at least it's kind of divided differently. But I guess that's more hours, right? Because, like, why 24 hours? I don't know. I mean, I think the old Japanese time system used to have 10 hours during the day and 10 hours during the night, which means that throughout, like, as the seasons changed, you had to change the length of each hour, which led to really cool clocks that are quite impressive. I'll put some links in the down. But yeah, and then we have like weeks and months, and it's really, I mean, I guess the months are based on the moon, vaguely. So I guess that does also make sense. But yeah, but then, like, how we perceive time can be very different. Like, we have the year starting in January, which for, where I live would be in winter. But for most of my life, I kind of counted, or like, if I think back to things in the past, I usually don't think, or like, the first thing I think of is usually not the year, but which school year I was in. And those for me start in summer, so those don't line up with years. But usually, if I think back to I don't know, that time I tried to dye my hair green, that was like, oh yeah, that was in 9th grade. And now I'd have to calculate, that was probably 2009 or 8. I'm not sure. But yeah, I guess it's more, I associate certain events. I guess it's that I associate certain events more with a place, and less with some arbitrary number. And because I know that, during grade 9 I was in this room, that's how I count things, maybe. I don't know. But I do kind of notice that if I have a distinctive place change, that's how I usually count time. If that makes sense. I don't know. But then there's also if you're waiting for something, then time goes really slow, and if you're having fun, it flies and stuff like that. It's really kind of interesting how we perceive time and how we measure it, I guess. Yeah. I don't have time. So this has been going on for way too long. So Brendan, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.